Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We are back in the area of Old New Henford, and we're back in the Hamlet of Whittington, where last time we finished off the old smithy build. Today, we're going to be moving on to a new lot and building the village hall. So let's get into game, and let's make a start. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase, and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, my darlings, and welcome back to Let's Build the World. We're moving on. So, hello. Here we are back in the Hamlet of Whittington, and oh no, Elsie is absolutely starving. Go and cook something, my darling. So, we are onto a new lot today, and we are going to be building a village hall. A village hall, a parish hall. Where are you going? I just noticed a car up there, look. Where are you off to? That's what I would like to know. Getting distracted once again. We're building a village hall today. So kind of like a parish hall. It's going to look very, very nice. It's going to look a little bit churchy. I want it to look like a really old building. So in the beginning of the Hamlet of Whittington, I would have said that this was either where the parish would come to meet, like the parish council and whatnot, or it could have been an old school, like either or. I don't really know. We kind of said that that was an old school, but then, oh, what? Okay. We are going to be, yeah, it's going to look, we said that that was an old school, but I think that was an orphanage, wasn't it? Right next to a school. Was that in bad taste? They were like, hi. But I don't really know what this building was. I think I'm just going to go down the route of saying it was an old parish council meeting spot. So that's what it's going to be. The village hall would just be the perfect way to put it. We did a full circle then and came back to what I originally said it was. So I think we're going to go down that route today. Now I do have a reference image of this village hall. This village hall is in Nos Mayo, which is very much near where I live. And I've always thought it's really pretty to look at. And I kind of want to take a few inspirations from this. I like the bell tower and stuff at the top. I like all of the vibes of it. So I think that's what I want to do today. Build something along the lines of this. And I think it's going to look marvelous. I really do. Well, I hope so. I hope it is. So I've got no one to introduce you to because no one's living here. I'm also going to be building on this particular row an Airbnb. So an empty cottage. I do want it to have a thatched roof. I want a thatched roof, at least one thatched roof, or maybe even two if I can fit one anywhere else. Maybe at the top over here. Don't know. But that's what's going to be here on this particular lot here. The majority of this is going to be the village hall with a garden and stuff out the front. So ignore these lines and stuff here. I just think having that big space there would just really make sense. It really will. And it's going to just bring the population of the hamlet down a little bit because we've still got several other builds to do. And not enough of my characters are going to be fitting into them if these were kept as houses. So I don't really want to do that. And a couple of you actually said, why don't you do an empty lot so we can kind of go and vacation there and stuff. I kind of like that idea. So that's what we're going to do. So all in this part, we're obviously going to be concentrating on the exterior of the village hall itself. But what I'm also going to be doing is kind of mixing up the community garden as well. So the community garden is going to be straight after this, just so we can get this area looking all nice and developed. That's what I really want to do. So that's it. Nothing more needs to be said. Let's get into the build mode properly and let's make a bloody start. So this build can't obviously be as wide as what that reference image is because I am going to be using the majority of this space. And I don't want to cut into the path and everything. But I still want it to kind of reflect and look kind of similar to the reference image itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the front area over this point here. It is going to be a double height one, but I'm unsure if we're going to be using the upstairs. I think we're just going to make it a double height inside, if you know what I mean. Just make it look a little bit, you know, elaborate, beautiful, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but I am. Do I want to do a little bump out here like that? Maybe. I think we should, because then I could put a roof line on that. Okay, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up the majority of this space and just fill in the void that we've got there at the minute, just so I can get an idea of scale and whatnot. That is quite big. It's a very big build. It might be nicer if I cut down just a little bit in here, like around about maybe there. Get rid of that. And then have that just one level on that side. I think that's what I want to do. That could change. We shall see. And then pop up a little roof line on this one here as well. Stunning bit of work. So this is not going to be the front entrance. This is going to be the side. Unless we did the entrance in here, which we could. I kind of like that. I kind of like where I'm going with that. If that's the case, then I'm going to whiffle you down. Still going to keep this gap here because I don't want this to be right up against this window. But I think if I maybe did 2... Ooh, is that going to be a bit too much? Let me have a look. 2 more squares. I think that would be perfect. Yes. Yeah. And then I'm going to do the entrance here. And then I think I'll make that elaborate bell part on this point rather than that point there where we were going to do it. Okay, right. I'm happy with that. So what I want to do here is start on roofing, my loves. I am going to be pre-recording today's and tomorrow's video, just because I'm going away on a spiritual retreat tomorrow with my best friend. We went on it last year and I had the best time. And it's in Glastonbury, which is a very spiritual place in the UK. And I had the best time. Met some of the loveliest people. We were doing Reiki. We were doing yoga every morning. We were doing tarot reading. It was just a beautiful, beautiful time. And I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. Friday until Monday. So I'm very excited for that. I really am. Yeah, lovely. I think that's a good start. A good start. I'm glad that we didn't go all the way down here. I think that's going to make a massive difference there. And do I want to do... I probably do. I probably want to do another one of these roof lines here. Oh, no, not you, my love. And bring this all the way across like this. Yes. I am going to do a little bump out here because I do want to use the same kind of... Oh, God, the lag. The same kind of door on this village hall as well, but I think I'm going to go a little bit more of a creamy color for the village hall. I think like that kind of stone would be really nice, which is going to match in with this stone here. So let's get that on first, actually. This cobblestone is going to be going on all of it. So let's just whap it all the way around and hope for the bloody best. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, we do need one more roof line, though, and that roof line is going to go above this door here. Yes, it is indeed. Flop you to there. Beautiful job. Tuck those flaps in, but keep those flaps down. Flop your flaps out and give them a good shake around, is what I say, my loves, especially on a Thursday. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, happy with that. What roof did I use on the church? It was the normal one. Okay, yeah. Well, we're going to be using that one as well. I think we're going to be using this roof on most of the builds in this particular lot, to be honest with you. And we have been. We have been. If we're going for that colour, maybe we should go for that colour trim. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm absolutely fucking doing it, I tell you. All right, there's no need for an F-bar, maiden, for goodness sake. Do I want to do what we did with the church windows? Oh, is that window up a bit higher? And needs be. No, I think I looked over that because it looks good from the inside. That is my reasons. I probably still want to use those windows. And I think I want to do columns on each of the corners. Probably the same columns as what we've used on the church as well. We're going to take a lot of inspiration from this church for sure. Obviously not in that colour. We're going to go for that matching colour there. Yeah, I think so. I mean, this could have been like an old bank or something as well. Like, it could have been several things, but we're going to... Let's not overcomplicate the story, Aiden. It is it's the village hall. The end. Oh, I forget about the trim at the top. I mean, I could do a trim at the top. Let's get this on first, just so I can see this before I move on, because if this isn't going to work, then I'm not going to do it. If I can grab you into there, pull you into there, and then grab that trim on top there. Why are you not going on there? Why? Is it because it's a short height wall? Oh, no, that's a bit dramatic, that. That's too dramatic, and I don't like that either. We'll figure out something with that. I'm not enjoying that at all. I think the first thing I need to do is figure out windows for this place. Windows are going to be the number one thing for this place to just pull it together. So let me figure out that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I was trying out several variations of the different things then, and this is the only thing that I think looks good. So first things first, flaps are coming out today, loves. They are. Flaps are flowing. So we are going to get flappy with ourselves. That one there is going to stay the same, but I think what I'm going to do is just bring those flaps down like that. So it meets that one. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Why don't I like that? Is it because of this? Maybe I need to do that. I've not trialed this bit here yet. Do I need to pull the flaps out from there as well? No, that looks stupid. What about if I tucked that bit in and kept the flaps longer on each side? No, I don't like that either. I think it's just going to have to stay the same. That's fine. That's fine. No need to be fussy, he says, as a Virgo. Yeah, okay, Aiden. You tried that, my love. So, let's find the middle here. For some weird reason, I'm putting the windows down. Watch all the other windows everywhere. They all, like, glitch out for some reason. Maybe it's because I've got too many windows. But who knows? I can't remember. I think, actually, I did them that... Yeah, I did them that close. I did. So you were staying there. You're going on to the other side, which is there. And the same with you there, like that. Now we're doing some big windows at the area here. So I'm going to do 2 of them next to each other like so. And then this little number... is going to go up there. Now you're like, well, it does cut out there. I am going to do something in here. I don't know what I'm going to do because I always hate that. I hate that with a passion. I really do. I hate seeing it in the interiors of my builds, but I think I'm going to go, I think I'm going to have to go down the route of doing it because I do want that vaulted vibe in here. Yes, I could use tool mod to make rafters and stuff, but it's far too complicated for this much of a bigger lot when I'm trying to keep the details down, you know? So, who knows? Maybe that'll change, but let's have a look. Then I'm going to do these smaller windows just above it. So we've got a bit of a dramatic moment on either side. And this is a village hall. So this will be used for coffee mornings, village fetes. The nativity play would be here. AA meetings, like all of that kind of vibe would go on in here. And so it needs to be a big space. Now, it looks a little bit strange, but until I've got in like corbels and stuff, and also we're going to be doing some kind of bell tower up here. Still don't know how we're going to do that just yet. But I think adding these columns, one there, and then I did a couple in amongst here as well. There and there. Beautiful job. Bring that down and then put them on top too. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We are running out of money, so I'm going to need to put some more in the kitty. That's giving me drama. And I do want a tiny bit of drama with this place. I'm still not feeling the flaps on the side here. There's just something about it. It's just not working for me. It doesn't give me British village hall. So, but then I don't like the way that this finishes off here. So I think what I'd probably have to do just on this part is maybe add in that trim just... Oh, I can't because I got rid of the ceiling. I mean, it does cut. I've just put the ceiling back on just so I can evaluate it. What about, instead of using that window, we went ahead and used these windows. Will they point out the top? That's the question. I don't think they will they? No. Okay. Well, we're going to go down that route instead. See, I told you it could change. And when did it change? T-2 biscuits after I just said it, you know? So it does cut in slightly, but that's a little bit better. Okay, right. So that's there now. And I do want this place to look grand. I really do. So we're going for full grand. And then just put it on those areas there. I don't even need to do it around there. Well, I do. Oh, actually that, oh, it does cut in slightly. Why is everything so hard? You know, why is everything so hard? This isn't working for me. It isn't. I think I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board with this one. And I don't do that very often, but there's just something about this. There's just not, it's not fitting my vibe. It's really not. I think what I'm going to do, I've pulled that whole top off. Let's see if this is going to work. Ignore the glitching windows. Thank you. I think what I'm going to do is bring this all the way down to the center here. And we're going to put a bit of a different roof shape on this village hall. The windows are probably going to be a bit too dramatic for it now. What is with that glitch where I even tried to reload the lot then to see if that window flicker would go away, but it doesn't. It's very annoying. Okay, right. Is this going to work? Let's get all of that on there first. And let's try for a different roof line. What about if we did something like this? If I can get you into there. Flop you in. Flaps in first, please. And you. Bring this up to here. I think this may work. I don't know if we're trialing it together. It's all going to be about trials and errors today, my loves. Trials and errors. As is life, you know? As is life. What a lovely metaphor for life at the minute. Trial and errors, loves. It's the only way you're going to know. It's the way to learn. It's the way to grow. You heard it here first on the DevonBumpkin YouTube channel. Okay. And then coming up the top here, flaps in. Tuck you in like that, my lovely. All flaps in. We are going to have to lift it. We're going to have to lift this. Let me get this to a point where I would want it to be first. It's going to need to be a point like that. And then you come up to there. Oh, I think this is going to work a little bit better. I've just got a funny feeling in my pussy. Not that. Blame Olympia for that. If anybody watches the Olympia channel, then you're going to know what I'm talking about with that. Or I think this will work. Let me get up there. Oh, it's very pointy. This is going to have to be repointed and go pointy as well. Yeah, that's going to work. That is going to be the ticket. That is going to be a ticket out of here, my loves. Out of this what the hell am I doing situation. Yeah, the columns no longer needed. Get rid. Lovely. We can do a nice like detail on top like we've done with the church over there as well. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, right. Let's get you on. Let me see what we're working with here, please. And we'll get in that trim. This trim fits in a little bit better, actually. Let's put them on each and every single one. Lovely job. Yes. What is this? What's this seam here? It never usually does that. Okay. Well, there's the seam. A seam. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, we are still going to use those windows, but I'm going to use the smaller variety. These ones. Thank you. Come on over. Yes. Yes, this is the vibe. Okay. Right, I'm going to do... let me get the grid on. And I'm going to do maybe one there, one and a half from there. So that's there. And then one directly in the middle. Beautiful job. Let me see you. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I don't know why I'm flapping my hands around like that. I love how I give my hand a dirty look as well. Honestly, who am I? Let's do two of them there. That's the ticket. Okay, we'll put these on the other windows, on the other side as well. I think that's going to be the way. Is it that one? Yes. Yes. I think I'm going a bit crazy today. You need to come up one, my love. You need to go there, and you need to go there. Like a saw. Okay, and then you... That might change because I do need to put like a couple of toilets in here. In fact, do you know what? This would probably be the best way to put it. Toilet there like that. Couple of toilets. We do need a kitchen. I mean, I could put a very... Oh no, because that's the toilet there. Well, we'll just do one toilet. That's fine. One toilet is absolutely fine. Let's get rid of you for the minute just so I can see space. I want this to be the whole hall area. I think what I'm going to do is have this as the kitchen. That's going to be the kitchen. We'll ignore that window for the minute. And then I'm going to do 2 toilets here. Yes, that's going to work. That's a better floor plan. It's a very small kitchen, but I need a kitchen in a village hall just so they can get things like cooked and stuff, you know? That window's not going to, no longer going to be invited. Okay. Right. And then what windows do we do here? I mean, we could just stick with what we've already put down, or we could go a little bit more dramatic with it and put in this window here. And I am going to put a window up here, but I'm not going to knock through the ceiling. So I'm just going to plop you up to there just so it gives it that vibe, you know? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I think we're on to a winner. The roof is a little tall. It is a little tall, but I don't know what it's going to look like if I reduce the size of it. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought it was going to look a little bit too Viking church-like, but I think that's the way I want to do it. Right, we're finally getting somewhere. Okay, I'm much happier with that shape. That feels like a village hall to me. Now we need to concentrate on a bell tower. Now, the only bell tower that we've got is this one. The colour that would match in the best would be that one. It's not filling me with vibes. It really isn't. I'm wondering, I was just about to say if I could build my own, but I forgot it's medium height walls at this level. Yeah, that looks a bit weird. I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this. I'm stuck on this build, and I thought it was going to be one of the simpler ones, to be honest. Let's get you in first, and let's see what I can do with you. Right, you're in the wrong position there for a start. Let's get you just a little bit like there. Okay, right. There's a roof line on the one in the reference image. We're not going to be able to do that. I'm just wanting it to blend in a little bit better. It doesn't sit in the middle, though. Whatever I'm doing, it does not sit in the middle. What I mean by that is this doesn't sit in the middle. It's right. One panel is right in the middle there, and I don't want that. What would it look like if I did this? Copied you, and then flopped it in sideways. Let me see this. I mean, it's not... I tell you what it looks like, Aiden. Shit. That's what it looks like. And it's just disappeared as well. Love that. Love that. Yeah. No, that looks absolutely hideous. It looks better with just the original bell tower there, but I think it's just a bit too big. So I am just going to scale it down. Oh no, everything's broken. Let's just try for a 0.9. Just so it's a little bit less dramatic. Oh, I really don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're not doing it. No, no bell tower. Goodbye. We'll put something else up there instead. I've had it. I've had it for today. So we're going to use these here just to bring a bit of detail to the top of the roof. Even these might be too dramatic, but we're going to try it anyway. And I bet you... Oh, no, it does. It does. I was just about to say, I bet you any money they don't fit up there. And it does. It's on top. We're fine. We're rolling through. Everything's going to be okay. They're too big. They're too big. If I size them down. Oh, yeah, of course. We're going to put a weather vane on the end. Maybe. Let's just size them down. Just so it's a little bit less dramatic. There we go. That's better. Less dramatic. Less dramatic. It's been very dramatic, this part today. It really has. Christ knows how long it's going to go on for. Of course, yes. That one there doesn't want to go up. We'll figure it out. Don't you worry. Cool. Okay. Right. I'm happy with that. I managed to sort it out a little bit over there. It is a bit lower, but that is because of the great winds of 72. We've already said that. So through the front here, let's start getting some details in now, shall we? Now that we've got over the drama of the shape of the build, I think this is just going to work so much better. It really does. I always know when something's not right for myself personally, and then it wasn't. It was not right. Right, there's going to be a wall there, I would imagine. So I don't want to put a fence down on that part, but I'm still going to put it there for the minute until we've actually built the little Airbnb, just so it looks nice, especially in thumbnails and whatnot. If I can grab you to there and you to there, then that's the perfect fence. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm feeling two nice sprucey trees in front of there. Maybe like this, but not as big as that. If I size them down twice, yes. I'm going to do one there. And another one just next to it. Perfectly trimmed bush as well. Beautiful. Yes, does cover up those windows. Maybe I could actually bring them a little bit more off to the side. Like this. Just so we can see a little glimpse of those windows. That's better. Oh, I'm very much into that. Yes, I am. In fact, I could bring them right in, couldn't I? Just so we've got a little bit more space there. That's the ticket. Now, I know we've got a board here for the church, but I'm also going to do one for the parish church as well. In fact, there are a few other community boards. Not really. Not the ones I want to fit in with this vibe. So maybe I could use this one. Maybe I could make it smaller than what the church one is. Yes. And pop that just behind this fence. Oh, maybe in front of the fence then. Yeah, let's do that. Flop you to around about there. And that's all that's going on in the parish church. The parish, the village hall. I'm leaving. Goodbye. My brain is not braining today. It's really not. It's not brain. Get me to that retreat. That's what I say. Right. And then I'm going to do that same stone. And we're going to flop this all in front of here. And I think what I'm going to do back here. Yes, I am. Is put in a little iron number. Oh, damn. The tree's not going in there. I'll make it fit. And have a little flower bed moment. Where is that gone? There you are. I can grab you into there. Hopefully that's not going to creep through into the build itself. I don't think it will. Nope, that's fine. I'm going to have to bring you in as well. Thank you. There we are. That's better. Didn't paint that very well, did we? Well, there we go. All the way up to there. Let's bish out that bit there. So we can get a better paint going on the edges here. There we are. Beautiful. Don't want any of that green creeping through. Thank you very much. And then just get some soil in this part. Beautiful. And beautiful. Yeah, lovely. That's lovely, that. Okay. And I do want a clock, but we just haven't got any fitting clocks, really. There is one up here, but I would still love one up here. None of these really work. Right, okay. So, I want some more details. And I think we're going to bring in that terrain paint. And paint the front of this as well. Just because I want this to kind of go all the way down. I'll only do it to like there. And then I'll put soil underneath of not only this hedge, but I need to get some where this is around here. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to oh, how dare you. Saved ourselves 50 simoleons there. Down this edge here. And I think I'm going to put a hedge down here, you know. So let's get in some terrain paint all the way along the back side of that area. And I think I might even want the hedge to look very sharp and well maintained. So I think I'm going to go for the hedge cubes, you know. In fact, shall I bring it into the wall? No. Let's just do it to there. It's fine. And I'm just going to plonk these all the way along. And there's no point spinning these because they look exactly the same. I figured that out many years ago. Just get them in. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All the way along. We're getting somewhere at least now. I'm 70% happy with what we're doing. That's my evaluation so far. But we've still got work to do. We've still got a lot of work to do here. We really do. Don't like it. Let's go for this one instead. So it's not as neat as what I wanted, but I just think this one would look a whole lot better. We can move this all the way along. Just bring it into shape like that. That's better, yeah. That one there just looked a little bit too square for me and I wasn't for it. I might actually bring this fence around to this point. Just so it looks like it belongs to the village hall itself. So I think we should get a gate going back there too. We'll put it in that archy one. I think that looks good. Don't know what to put in there yet. We'll figure that out at another time. There's still things I want to do to this. I really wish I could get some of your ideas on what to do with this. But as I've said, I'm pre-recording for tomorrow's part. So I'm going to continue on with that and brainstorm and figure out what we're going to do. We made a start. That's what I'm going to say. We made a start. And I think it does look like a nice little village hall. It really does. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. That is indeed where we are going to leave it for today. That was a lot for me. That really was. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today, my loves. I will be back tomorrow. And in tomorrow's part, what we're going to be doing is concentrating more on the exterior. I need to go and brainstorm and be away from the PC for an hour or so to brainstorm on what I want to do. And we might even get into a little bit of the interior work tomorrow as well. So that's what's going to happen. Leave me some lovely comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in tomorrow's part. Goodbye.